Good morning, everyone. Hope you're okay. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. I just don't know where the weeks go at the moment. And of course, we seem to be busier than normal. So I will attempt to keep this brief. I want to tell you more about the Design Festival that is going to take place on the 13th of January. If you watched my video yesterday, you would have had a brief overview, and I promise you that there were 4 main elements to the day, all arranged so that you can learn something and get stuff done. So obviously we cannot have a day that does not include a designer's drop-in. You've heard me talk about these before. It's one of the main features of the VIP membership. We have a designer's drop-in every single week, and honestly it's the favourite part of my week, and I know that they add so much value to so many people in such a short space of time. It's just, and they're so simple, which is the best part about it. So what is a designer's drop-in? Well, if you come along on the 13th of January, you will be able to come along with a project that you're working on, so whatever that might be, and pick the brains of the group to get some new ideas, to sense check your own thinking, to ask for alternative ways of doing things, to get something refreshed, to fill any gaps that you might have. And it's amazing just how much having that extra pair of eyes, having those extra brains, can move you forward in such a short amount of time. I always mind map our designers drop-ins that we have in the VIP group. So just to give you an idea, this was from the 23rd of November. I don't throw them away. I just love them. So we were talking on this occasion ideas for having a mop-up session after a programme with a small team. We were talking about how to put together a reverse advent calendar, because this was the end of November. We were talking about a very specific project. I need to put something together on supporting parents at work, returners. We talked about an exercise called Leader in a Box. One of our members was interested in an idea, and one of our other members shared this. She then went away and tried it and came back the next week and went, "Oh my God, that was amazing. It was so powerful and I would never have thought of it." And it was a real highlight of the session that she was running. This was the drop-in that we had on Monday. We were talking about a mentoring wrap-up. Now, one of our members has been doing a mentoring program and is having the general wrap-up session, but had suddenly been given extra time. So it was like, oh, what can I do with this extra hour? So again, loads of ideas to help make that hour valuable rather than just stretching things out. We had a fantastic model shared, actually, which I'm going to use myself. It was the Kiln model. So it was, so K is for keep, I is for improve, L is for lose, and N is for new. So it's talking about reviewing, your year or your program, what you're going to keep, what you're going to improve, what you're going to lose, and what you're going to do that's new. We were looking at career coaching, and we were looking at ways to capture resources. We were looking at, here's another one, this is from the 15th of November. How can we support change champions in the group? How can I make a talk interesting? One of our members had very much a presentation to do. They didn't know if they were going to have 6 people arriving or 106. They really didn't know. It was part of a full day. It was a 1 hour. It was a give information. But obviously we want to make that interactive. So how can we do that when we've got limited space, we've got limited facilities, and we really don't know the numbers? So many great ideas came out of that one. We talked about how to coach managers to coach. Just some of the other things that we've talked about. This was from earlier in the year. High performing teams, stakeholder management, assertiveness, questioning and listening. I need some new ideas for that. I feel like I've covered everything loads of times. How can I get people to bond when they don't know each other? Thinking about competency frameworks, project management, accountability, competency-based interviewing. You name it, we will cover it, is the point of me saying that. So whatever your challenge is, you can bring it along to the Design Festival on the 13th of January, and you can ask people for their ideas, ask them for their suggestions, ask them for their experience, what have they done before, what have they seen, what can they signpost for you, and honestly, it will save you hours. So if you want to kickstart your thinking in January, you will definitely find that session useful if you come along. And just to make sure that everybody does get the opportunity to share their ideas, there will be approximately 6 people in a group. So no matter how many people turn up, you will be put in a group with around 6 other people. Now, when we have the drop-ins in the VIP membership, sometimes there's only 3 of us. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes there's a dozen of us. But the other great thing is with the drop-ins, not everybody has a question every time. Increasingly, people come if they have that spare hour in their day, just because they learn things just by listening in to others. So even if you come along on the 13th and think, well, I don't need to do any design right now, we're rolling out a program that I wrote this year, you will still pick things up. I absolutely promise it, if you come along with that open mind and with that attitude to share. So I have talked way long enough about this, but you can tell I love my designer drop-ins, and I would love if any of the VIP members are listening to this either right now or on playback. If you've got value from a designer drop-in, and I know you have, just pop in the comments, without giving too much away obviously, what benefit you got from attending. What specific obstacle did we help you to overcome, or what idea did you get? Just to give that idea of the breadth really of things that we cover. So that's it for now. So we talked yesterday, there's going to be a lunch and learn element to this design festival, which will be more traditional, and there will definitely be a designer's drop-in where you can learn from your peers, you can solve your own problems, and crucially you can move your own projects forward, and you will save time and get all those new ideas, and it will really add value to you. So I will be releasing a booking later this week, so keep your eyes out, and I hope to see you on the 13th.